We're about 54 to 58 days away from the SWAC-MEAC challenge between Jackson State and South Carolina State, in which that was the Celebration Bowl championship game 2 years ago. Now, I know Jackson State is looking to get back in this game, so trust and believe there's going to be some fireworks in this thing. But before we get to the game, we got to make sure we got all the pieces to the puzzle as far as who's going to be on these rosters that's going to play in this game within the next 50 plus so days away. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, TC Taylor is not wasting no time as far as making sure he has the necessary athletes in the program that's going to be able to help them continue to keep moving forward. And as I stated to you previously before in some other videos, that they're building for now as well as they're building for the future. And looking at what's going to happen here, you got to understand the future definitely going to be bright, but today going to be smoking as well. We're going to talk about something that just dropped into Jackson, Mississippi right after this. You know, it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get on in this thing and get straight to it. Because they're like, Coach, what you got going on over there? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Looking at this Jackson State linebacker room, this thing is loaded. I mean, you got Walker, you got Hemulai, you got Jenkins, you got Peppers, you got Barry, you got Arrington, you got Taylor, you got Owens, you got Rags. I mean, you got a lot of different athletes that's in that room that's going to bring something different to the team out there on the field on the defensive side of the ball. But you know, looking at what just hit in Jackson State, I mean, I know a lot of you out there have seen and heard some things that's going on with Jackson State as far as what this young man is coming in. But let me tell you something. When you get an athlete that comes into a program that has played at a big-time school like Hoover High School in Alabama, you got an athlete that's coming in here. Matter of fact, you got one that's already there. If I'm not mistaken, it's I might have this young man's name wrong. I think it's either Barry or McNeil. I might be wrong, but if I'm wrong, please let me know which one it actually is in the comments below. Forgive Coach on that. The thing is, that Hoover High School program in Alabama, they have produced some athletes that, I mean, some stellar athletes that have come through that program. I mean, you remember the two-a-days that was on MTV some years back, right? And since then, they had two other coaches besides pros that came in here, and they kept the program going, you know, thriving and doing what it needed to do. Matter of fact, right now, the coach that this young man played for, he is one of the hottest coaches in high school football right now that's in the Southeast region. He's going to be coaching over at Gainesville High School in Gainesville, Georgia. Coach Niblett, I believe he's over there, this coach is over there building something that's going to shock some folks in Georgia when it comes to the state championship this upcoming year, when it comes that time around the year, you know, around that time of year when it's time to get back at it again and play for the state championship. Gainesville name is going to be heard it's going to be heard amongst the people talking about Gainesville High School and what they have over there, what they're putting together as far as the high school football team. But this ain't about Coach Niblett. This is about one of his players that's coming to Jackson State to put on for the Jackson State Tigers football program. And the one thing that I like about this young man, well, actually it's not one, it's several things I like about this young man, is that what he brings to the table. He brings versatility for sure. He has speed. His awareness of where his ball awareness is something that you got to give this young man credit to. One thing that I love, one thing that really drew me to him is when I look at this young man, his ability to locate the ball and attack reminds me of Aubrey Miller, who just left from Jackson State University. Now, before everybody say, hold on, Coach, you trying to compare him to Aubrey Miller? No, sir, I'm not. No, ma'am, I'm not. What I'm saying to you, looking at this young man's IQ and how he locates the ball and get there and attack. That is something that I look at especially at that linebacker position, looking to see how a player is going to dissect the play, get there and get to it. Make sure they shut it down and keep it from getting any big gains out there on the field. And that's something that this young man is more than capable and able to do out there on the field. Any position that you put him in at the linebacker position, you can play him in the middle or you can play him on either outside. This young man is going to be able to do whatever it is that you require for him to do out there on the field. Now, I know you're like, Coach, who is this kid you're talking about? None other than Tennessee Tech transfer Ashton Taylor, 6'1", 210 pounds. He played 4 games over at Tennessee Tech with 3 tackles on the season. Now, looking at Taylor's film, I definitely see this young man being somewhat like of a tweener, almost like a hybrid. Like he can cover as well as play the linebacker position. The outside or in the middle where they had him at, this young man could definitely do damage wherever it is that you put him out there on the field. He's definitely a true athlete that's going to get after the ball to make sure he's able to do what's required of him playing that position. Now, like I stated before, Jackson State definitely has a solid linebacker room currently, and looking to see which linebacker is going to be out there on the field playing on defensive end slots as well as the middle and the outside linebacker is going to be something to see, because depending upon the matchup, like they say, styles make fights, right? So if we're looking at who we're putting out there on the field as far as matchups out there on the field at a particular time, this young man definitely with his speed and his ability to cover passes that's being thrown out there on the field, he can cover that running back that's coming out of the backfield. And I think he can possibly cover that tight end as well that may be lined up if he's lined up over the tight end as an outside linebacker. So we're definitely going to see the chess matches that's going to be played with the defense this upcoming season, depending upon the opponents that they're lining up in front of. Again, I like what Coach Taylor's doing, adding speed as well as young man that's able to just get after the ball. They got a high motor and a high IQ out there on the field, and that's something that this young man definitely has, those qualities of high motor as well as speed to get to wherever it is he needs to get to out there on the field, pursuing a running back or a quarterback trying to lead a pocket to, run that ball. So this young man is definitely going to be a true add to that defense, and we're going to see exactly what he brings to the table when he lines up out there on the field. Congratulations, Ashton Taylor, on joining the Jackson State Tigers football program, as well as congratulations to Coach T.C. Taylor and the Jackson State Tigers football program on once again being able to bring in athletes into the program that's going to continue to keep moving the Tigers football program further and beyond anyone's imagination. But guys, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.